Okay. Hey guys, how are you guys doing today?
Great.
Awesome. Oh, here we got Ron coming in here too. Perfect. Sweet. Okay. Well, welcome to Tuesday. And this is like our I guess I'm probably gonna say our first real call in July here. Last week was pretty slow. There was just a couple of us hanging out. Weren't really chatting, we are just chatting about sales and marketing and different ideas, different things like that. Today is well, I mean, who knows? Might be much of the same. The way we normally do things, if you have any questions, just I guess raise your hand and we'll jump into it there. So, since last week, I don't have a whole lot of updates on the platform or anything like that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to any questions you guys have and how I can help out. Ron, how did things go with are things running well with the promotions?
Yeah,
I know I
man,
made that little
everything's
update.
perfect. Yep, working fine.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so that ended up being we implemented the coding for doing multiple of the same coupon and being able to track that. But then I guess if we there was a little bug in there that said where if you only had one and it wasn't there wasn't multiple of them and it wasn't redeemed and stuff like that, then it was throwing an error. So it didn't take me very, it took me probably about 10 minutes to get that fixed up, but things look like they're running well now.
Yeah, man, thank you so much for that.
Uh,
I did have one question. Now,
yeah.
when running paid ads to build up a VIP program, so we mainly deal with a lot of QSR restaurants, and we're about to sign up yeah, we're about to take on a new client. They're more of like a
Okay.
fine dining restaurant. So, what are your recommendations to kind of go about building up their VIP program? What kind of deals would you do or give, or do you have any suggestions?
It depends on. I mean, I always like giving away something to get people in, right? The better the deal, we can get them. So, are you talking about the fine dining place? What kind of food? What did they serve?
It's like Middle Eastern, like kebabs and stuff.
Okay, but more fine
Korean.
dining.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How do they feel about running promotions?
They're like kind of on the edge because they don't want to attract any like El Cheapos.
Yeah, and you know what I find that you don't you get a couple people that are just in for the cheap thing or whatever, but
Okay.
for the most part, you're the people who are going to go there are going to be like good customers, right? That's what we typically find is you don't get a whole lot of El Cheapos.
Okay.
So I mean it happens though with everyone. So
Mhm.
you can I would probably lead with like 2 for 1 appetizers or something like that. I'm sure they have some kind of appetizers in there. Um, we've
Okay.
done I know there's a couple agencies who are working with more fine dining and they don't run promotions, but they do get people to sign up to the VIP list so they can stay in touch with them. I don't even know if they what they're offering. We do more quick service kind of thing, pubs, bar, breweries, that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
So they're all roughly the same, but I wouldn't I would try potentially lead with like 2 for 1 shareables, 2 for 1 appetizers, kind of thing
Okay.
like that. I wouldn't go anything big like 2 for 1 entrees. I have seen people do stuff or like I mean you could. The whole idea is we want to get people in, right? That's the whole thing is get them in and give them an incredible experience so that those customers come back again and again. That's the whole reason why we're doing it. It's not because we want to make a quick buck. You know, we're hoping to break even on that first intro. You know,
Yeah.
if we can get people, they come in and if they only have the 2 for 1 appetizers, but it was great food, great service, and they had a couple drinks or something while they're in, you
Yeah.
know, then we're doing okay, right? And then we can give them maybe an incentive to come back next time. Okay, you here's a coupon for 50% off an entree or something like that, or here's you got to try our dessert next time you're in, something like that. Um,
Okay.
but
Here.
make it you want to make it enticing enough for the customer to come in, right? You want to make it enticing enough for someone to sign up. Now, I've seen a bunch of different kebab places. Yeah, they're offering like 50% off your first meal. No, I wouldn't go 50% off like your first meal, but the more the quick service type stuff is you can get away with that kind of thing. But what kind of stuff were you thinking?
Honestly, I had no clue, man. I was just gonna kind of chat GPT things, but
Yeah,
I kind of like the appetizer idea because then at least they'll come in and still order the entree and other things. And I think Kier, if I said it right, he said free dessert with an app and an entree. I like that too.
yeah, it depends. I mean, you can try. You want to make it an irresistible offer to get that customer in, right?
Mhm.
Just you're thinking, don't it's easy to fall into the trap, especially when talking with the owners of we don't want to give anything away, and we don't want to attract like the riffraff kind of thing, or people just
Mhm.
looking for free food. But we want to get good customers. We want them to come in and we want them to come back multiple times, because once they come back in multiple times, then they're going to come back, right? If they have really good service and it's really good food, people will gladly pay more for it. Even if it's like once a year, like, oh, let's go to that place because it's a little more high end, a little more expensive, and but we're willing to pay it because it was so good that time we went,
Okay.
right?
Hmm.
Like what's even though that like so they're a little more high end, what is their price point for food?
Anywhere from their average ticket value is about 30 to $40. Or I gotta really,
Yeah,
but they're not. It's not a cheap place. Know that.
yeah, but $30 to $40 per person is not even that big of a deal these days.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? I get it. It's not like um it's not like quick takeout where you're just running in, grabbing something and leaving,
Hmm.
or whatever. But um heck, I take my family out for lunch at like a brew like a restaurant, and it's probably $40 a person anyways.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
so I would shoot for 2 for 1 appetizers is always a good idea.
Okay.
Um, that way not giving away an entree, you're not giving away the main thing. You could
Mm,
do a deal for like 50% off an entree after they've already been in once.
okay.
Maybe for a secondary, like an incentive for them to come back. 50% off. One plate. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. And then maybe they're probably going to bring somebody back with them again. Um, Entrees, appetizers. Um, they're not
Yeah.
really going for drinks there. I don't know if they have
Well,
cocktails
they
or
are
anything like
actually.
that.
Yeah, they have a
Or
they have a
do they have
bar.
like a lounge area too?
Yeah, they have DJs at night and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, so you could do stuff like that. I don't know. Depends on what
So,
the rules are where you're at. You could do you know, 2 for 1 cocktails too. Depends on what the regulations are where you
yeah.
are.
Mm,
Um, I know here in Canada we can't give away alcohol or discount it. So
right.
that's kind of out the window for our customers, but we've done it for clients in the US, like buy 1 pint, get one for a penny kind of thing. Um, that's worked out well to get people signed up. And again, the whole idea is just it's the same thing as um online marketing, right? Online marketing where you have the break, like a break even offer. If you can, and I've talked to customers who get restaurants who get marketing
Mhm.
are excited about it. They're like, yeah, I don't mind. Let's give away that free thing there, or let's and then people will break even with drinks and cocktails and whatever else, right? We'll make our money off of the other stuff. So even if they just came in for the 2 for 1 appetizers, maybe you break even on the appetizers, but then they
Mhm.
order $10, $15 cocktails, and that's where all your money's made anyway.
Okay. No, I like the idea of that. Sounds
Yeah,
good. Yo, are you guys running any TikTok ads by any chance?
we're not running TikTok ads.
Okay.
I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't though. You
Yeah,
could.
I was for one
Um,
of my franchise restaurants that we work with, and it was
yeah.
working out pretty well, man. It's doing very well.
Awesome. Yeah, I wouldn't see a problem running TikTok ads. We're usually more Facebook, Instagram. I know we have run some TikTok ads, but it's not where we primarily go.
Got it. Sweet. Awesome,
Yeah.
man. Well, that's all I had. I really
Okay,
appreciate
cool. I think it's you know what we've got, where do we have it as well? I think in if you go into our the the power tools backend,
it. Mm-hmm.
I think under if you go to training resources and then go to the launch lab training, I think we have a Chandela has put together a whole list of offers in there
Oh,
as well.
sweet.
Let me
And
see
that
if I
would
can
be
log
nice.
in here.
You guys have so much, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's good stuff. Very good.
Let's
Uh,
let's see. I might have to log in again. I've got so yeah, so if we go that
um,
one, training resources, sales training agency launch lab. Uh, I have signed up for this. I might have to change this link, but I think if you just do this, it'll take you right into the courses anyways.
okay.
Let's try. You've already purchased this offer. Great.
Yeah.
Give me 2 seconds. Let's go to uh, oh yeah, wrong. Let's go into got to switch to GHL Power Tools. You know what? I upgraded my computer like 2 weeks ago and or last weekend actually. And I can't believe how much just even loading, how much faster loading high level is. It's
That's nice. What'd you end up getting?
I got a Galaxy Samsung Galaxy Book 4. It's
Nice.
got it's like it's a Snapdragon processor, which was new to me. I mean, we have them in phones and tablets and all that kind of stuff, right? But I've never
Mhm.
used one in a computer. And then I found out like the Microsoft Surface Pros, they switched everything over to Snapdragon and they all run Windows. And then the Samsung Galaxy Book, they switched to the Snapdragon processors too, so they're not using AMD or Intel, and everything's running great on it. It's pretty light, it's quiet, um, and I've got almost everything loaded, but it's fast, and even the benchmarks for like graphic design and Photoshop and Illustrator and all those kind of things are way up there too.
Mhm.
So that's pretty awesome. If I
Nice.
go to I think products, I have to go. Let's go to what if I go generate magic link? Oh, I have to pick a contact. Where's the? I just forget where I put the. Maybe it's access. Let's just try this. Yeah, yeah. Nope, that's for the Go Collab thing. Let's go back. Sorry, you guys. Just give me a second.
Yeah, man. Take your time.
Might be training. Um, yeah, great. Okay, well, I'll have to figure out, but if you go to, I think it's training dot. Uh, let's try one more thing. Okay, I don't want client portal. I just want the, let's try settings one more time. Custom domains, we have it set up to training.ghl power tools. That's going to take there. I just don't know what my login is for it, I guess. And then it said here that I already signed up, so that's not going to help me at all. And reset the password. I think I wonder if it sends you like a weird password. Let's go.
Turning on.
Okay, so all right. So once you get in, go training.ghl power tools. So once you signed up, just
Mm-hmm.
filled out that thing for the free access, click
Mm-hmm.
on this. Inside of here, there's a bunch of stuff, setting
Mm-hmm.
goals and plans and all that kind of stuff, sales training and resources.
Nice.
Content
Nice.
creation. Maybe it's under restaurant.
Sources.
I have to figure out exactly um agency ads.
Mhm.
So running some Facebook ads, what you need to get started, some product and pricing and packaging. Anyways, I would take a look in here. You might find it. I'm gonna ask Chandel which one it might be because she's the one who put it all in here and named everything. So I'll find that and then maybe this. No, I know she had a whole one of like 100 different offers that she had created. Okay, well, ask her about it and then we'll make sure that it's in here.
Sweet. Sounds good, man. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So,
Oh yeah, okay. So I'm gonna update this. I'll update our back end there too to be the right one. So if we go actually, if we go training.ghlpowertools.com, does it ask us to register if we're not signed in? No, it doesn't. It just says sign in. All right, I'll take a look at that too to make it easier for everyone.
sweet.
Okay, cool. Um, all right. If yeah, so let me know if anyone else has any questions for today. I see Michael joined us. Michael, how are things going? I don't know if Michael can hear us. Kier or Wayne or anyone, did you guys have any questions for today? Do you guys have any thoughts?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm still waiting it took me forever to get a phone number validated for
Oh yeah,
text and all
okay.
that stuff on one of those things. So I just got that done. They are particular with those privacy policies in terms of service. So I actually used AI to
Oh,
uh,
okay.
tell me exactly what I'm doing wrong with the errors it was giving me, and it created a new one. And I got validated in 2 days. So
Right. Well, what did they say was wrong?
they said that I guess there was a section in the privacy policy that said that some um, data is shared somewhere.
Oh, okay.
It might have been like one sentence where you may share your data with Google or something like that. But anyways, it was saying that I was a multi-level marketing company, and
Oh, weird.
AI caught it and threw it out and fixed it, and good to go on that. So now I'm just
And
gonna.
was that the terms of service term that we had in the restaurant one? Or was that a
No, no,
different?
no. This was just on my own
Oh, okay.
website to use that number for texting and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I used an 888 number, so that might have been harder than using a local number.
Right. Okay.
Uh, That's just the one I had in there. I don't know why I did it, but I did it. It
Yeah.
works now.
Well,
So.
that's it. We've got some clients that we do the 800 numbers, and then we've got some that just do the 10 uh the regular 10 DLP ones.
But I've got a lot of restaurant owners around here and bar owners. They play a lot of golf, and so do I.
Yep.
So I've got a lot of interest. I'm chomping at the bit to go get the rest of this thing set up and start going. I've got a day spa to beta test or get them set up. They want to try it, and then a couple different bars and restaurants that want to take a look at it too. So in fact,
Nice.
I'll talk to one of the owners tonight when I go to dinner. So
Yeah, awesome.
and the activity and the interest is there. I just now got to get the technical side set up and ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, right on. Well, yeah, this is a great place to come and get those questions answered as soon as you have them. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm hoping to have them soon.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, that's exciting. Awesome. We're taking off. We're gonna be traveling for the next couple weeks actually. We went and got we're gonna be in our trailer, we're gonna be camping and doing things like that. But we went and got Starlink and all that kind of stuff set up so that we'll have internet access and everything everywhere we go. And just not we went and got Starlink because cell phones work, but not always. So hoping that everywhere we go we'll be like fully connected now as well, because yeah, it's nice to camp, it's nice to go out and travel, but can't miss work. That's the other thing. So excited about it, but we'll be around. Courtney and Danica are on. How are you guys doing today?
Hey, what's going on? It's Danica actually.
Hey.
Courtney's actually just left for the store.
Okay.
I change that picture so often, so we do different things, so I just forget to change it back whenever I'm using it. So, but how
Yeah,
you
that's
doing?
fine. Yeah, it says Courtney and Danica on the name. Last time it was
Yeah,
woman to woman. Yeah, we're
yeah,
just
you
jumping
remember?
around.
Yes.
Did you have any questions, or like how are things going?
Kind of just I just wanted to kind of just check in. I don't have anything specifically, but
Okay.
I just wanted to check in.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we're not really covering a whole lot today. There's not much changes on our end from last week to this week. And just kind of answering questions. Ron was asking earlier, what are some good offers for high-end restaurants, higher end restaurants to be able to get their customers? And we were just discussing that. And I think again, I'm just gonna say, like, anything we can do to get those customers to sign up, because having their contact information is going to be so valuable for the restaurant, right? It's going to be way more valuable than the $5 it's going to cost them for that extra entree or that extra appetizer that they're giving away, right? Because we're not going for a one-off thing. We're not going for we just want these customers to come in once and get their free thing and go. We've got their contact information. We want to be able to message them. We want them to come back again and again and again. So that's why it's so important that we can build that list, right? And then it's so important to actually use the list once the list is built, because I've seen hundreds of restaurants, they build their list, they've got a list of customers' names, they've never done a single thing with it, right? And then at that point it's just useless. It's just useless if you're not going to use it, right? You're not getting any value out of it. So you're giving away the free appetizer. Yeah, that's where you get scared. And then you're like, well, I'm not doing any follow up, right? There was one restaurant that I really like in town, and I've gone back 2 or 3 times, and I've brought people there. It's a Mexican restaurant, and I had a chat with the owner, and she's running her own ads and doing her own offer and everything like that, which is cool, which is fine. It's all good. Had a really good chat with her, had a meeting, and we talked about offers, and we talked about like just how things are going. She had a great 2-for-1 taco offer. She's great with marketing. She has no problem giving that away. 2 tacos or 2 free tacos, sign up, just come in and you can get them, right? Doesn't cost them a whole lot. Like you get like, I don't even think you get an ounce of meat on a taco. And then it's a couple corn tortillas with some veggies on there, right? That's pretty much what you're getting. When we went in, I think we spent over $100, just Chandel and I, because we're like, oh, we'll take the tacos, plus we'll take that thing, plus that thing looks awesome. And then we just shared everything. And lots of times we'll get a little bit extra food and bring it home for the kids too. But here's the thing, absolutely zero follow-up from that. So we went in, we used the coupons, we signed up over a year ago, and I haven't received another message from them since. So there's a huge opportunity there if you can just at least even help them stay in touch with their customers, because that's where they're going to see a ton of different value. Yeah, you can run ads and get more people on the list, but then use that list and make sure you're sending out a weekly message or one message every 2 weeks or something like that, at least, to those customers to remind them to come back in. And that's where they're going to see a huge return on those things. And the nice thing about the coupons, here's another thing with the coupons, Ron, you can do points if you want as well. You can, maybe the first offer is a discount, but if you implement a point system for them where people are earning points, they can then use those points to redeem for something down the road, right? Come in 10 times and we'll give you something else. But they can use those points. You can create coupons. Hey, when you come in, order this meal to whatever, we're going to also give you like 5,000 points or something like that to our loyalty program that you can then use later on for more great stuff. I think I wonder how many people get caught up in the we're too high end, we shouldn't give anything away, versus let's build a marketing system, let's build a marketing engine where customers are constantly being reminded to come back. So I think, like, if you're looking at $30 to $40 a head per person that comes in there, that's not ridiculously expensive. you know I know if we went out and had, like, just my wife and I, if we went out and we had a meal and two drinks each, that's easily like $25 to $30 a plate, plus two drinks is probably another $20 on top of that. So we're looking at $40 to $50 per person. Anyways, like, that's even if you just order wings and a salad, is going to be up there. So I don't think the price point is too crazy that they couldn't be like, join our VIP list and we'll give you something special for that, because you're giving a great trade in value. They're giving you their contact information, which is their attention, and then you're trading them for a couple dollars off of some appetizers or whatever. And what that's going to do, though, is for the next 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, you're going to be able to send that person messages to get them to come back and get them to buy more things. And that's the whole goal of having the whole marketing system in place. So I just want to reiterate that and try, and like, our goal as the marketing, like the advisors, right, is to explain that or try to convince the customers of that, because you've got customer or restaurants out there, or businesses, just businesses in general, that are excited about marketing. They know the value of the break even offers and getting customers through, and those are usually the ones who studied a little bit about, like, Russell Brunson, online marketing, whatever it called, .com secrets and stuff like that. People who are excited about that, and they kind of wanted to do some of the online marketing themselves, are excited to give away those offers and get people through. And then you've got people who've never done any marketing, and those are generally the ones I find that are more scared to put out an offer, because they think they're just going to get a bunch of people who just want free stuff and no one's ever going to do anything after it. But I mean, what we've learned over the years, right, is a buyer is a buyer is a buyer. I mean, Russell Brunson says that over and over again, is once somebody starts buying, right, they're going to spend more. So it's proven that if you give somebody a coupon to come into your business, they will think that they're saving money, so they're willing to spend more money while they're in. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like a weird thing, like, oh, we didn't have to pay for that second appetizer, so we can order a bigger entree, we can order a couple more drinks, we saved money on this, so we can spend it somewhere else.
That makes
It's an
sense.
interesting thing. So, um, yeah, I think that's the whole thing. And yeah, and I'm gonna say I had one client a while ago where they had different business owners. The first business owner was great. They were like, yes, let's do it. Let's put together an offer. You guys tell me what you think we should run, and we'll go and we'll run it and do it. He was like, and so I think we did like, get a free appetizer, pick from one of these 5 appetizers, and we'll give it to you for free, right? You can even add on like with a purchase of a drink or something like that if you wanted to, with that. But that was a great offer, right? We built the list. We think we added 300 people to the list in the first month. Doesn't mean they all came in at once and got that free appetizer, but they were on the list and we could remarket to them, right? Um, and then what we were giving away like a basket of fries. It was a pub, it was a brewery, and they had a whole taco section. Like the restaurant in there was like Mexican, but really, really awesome stuff. So, and I mean, Mexican food is awesome, anyways. But they had, it was like guac, it was like chips and salsa, fries. Like you could pick from. It cost them maybe in the restaurant like $3 or $4 for that actual item that they were giving away. So I think with our cost, I think we were getting them $1 a lead for people to sign up. And then people were signing up. And if they came in and redeemed that coupon, the restaurant was out $5 kind of thing. And then, but I mean, they ordered drinks, they ordered different anything they added after that, was great, was gravy. And then they had them on the list and they can message them anytime. They've got their captive audience that they can reach out to. And one of the owners was like one of the owners that wasn't part of the original discussion came in and canceled everything. He's like, no, we can't do this. We're losing money, hand over fist, and we just have cheap people coming in all the time. Um, which we knew wasn't the case. They weren't losing money hand over fist, but um, then he wanted to change. Then he changed the offer. The offer then became, I don't even think it was 2-for-1 appetizers. It was something worse. It was just not very exciting, right? It's like somebody offering you 10%. We'll give you 10% off your meal if you come in. And you're like, great, I saved taxes. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. It's not that exciting to do. So try to make something as compelling and enticing as you can.
Do you tell me where can I I'm looking for the dash. I'm on the sites right now and I'm trying to figure out like if I'm talking to a client and they're like, okay, I want to put this on there. Where do I go? Like I'm kind of a little turned around here.
Oh, you have to show me your screen. I'm not really sure where you're.
Oh, I'm on two different things. I'm sorry. So I'm on um you know where sites is? I'm on the rewards dashboard. I
Let's
don't know
see
if that
here.
one makes sense. So if a client says, okay, I want to put this I want to offer, like you mentioning the offer, where where is that on here?
So you could probably go to like your. Are you looking at this screen here?
I'm on two different screens here. Okay. Are you on what's on the side? Which one did you pick on the side? Is it sites
I put rewards and
or what?
promotions, but yours could say like rewards leaderboard or something like that. Depends on what you named it, I suppose.
Okay, maybe I'm not in the
You'd have
right
to be in the
spot.
sub. You'd have to be in the client sub account.
Yes, I'm in there. Yep. And I was under sites. I don't
Yeah, so not
let's see,
under
reward.
sites. So
No.
no, if you would want to have added the sub account to this custom menu link. Now, in order to do that, if you don't see anything there that says like leaderboard or rewards or anything, if you go back to your agency dashboard
Okay.
and then go to settings, and then custom menu links. You should see custom menu links in here. And you probably have one. I think if it's from a while ago, it probably says like rewards leaderboard or referral leaderboard. Probably a rewards leaderboard.
I just see loyalty/reward.
Yeah,
See
that could be it. I'm not sure if that's gonna again, it's hard for me to tell if you guys if there's no way you can share your screen. Hey, you said you're on two different.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. And I was looking for settings. I don't even see settings on the side.
Oh yeah, it should be right down at the bottom. It might
Oh
be.
yeah, we're at the bottom. Okay, I'm sorry. I see it now. And then okay, so after settings, go where now?
So if you're in your agency dashboard, go to settings and then custom menu links.
Okay, I see that.
And then you might I changed ours to say rewards and promotions.
I see rewards leaderboard, maybe.
Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah. So then if you click on the pencil to edit.
Okay. Got that. And it says link icon.
Yeah, and then scroll down, you'll see under the sub account sidebar it'll say select accounts. If you scroll down.
Okay.
And then if you click on this white box here that has the sub accounts in it, you can add your sub account, your other sub account in to this box, and that'll authorize the leaderboard to show up on that other page. So you just click on it and then start typing the name of whichever one, or you can scroll down and just pick one.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
And then once you do that, then you'll see along the left-hand side back in your sub account, you'll see the link on the left. And then if you click on rewards and promotions, this is going to show you, this is where you can add promotions and everything into your promotions page. And if you want to preview something, you can click on preview promotions page and it'll show you what that looks like. Now, the other thing, if you want customers to like go through a demo, then what I would do is I would go back to sites under VIP promotions, funnels, and pages. And then you'll see VIP registration and offers, and then the default. So usually it's whatever your domain name is /join-VIP is what I think what it should be. I don't know if you would have changed it. Depends on if you guys set it up differently, but usually this is like the registration page. So what if I was doing a demo with a customer, I would send them to this page and get them to fill out their information, and then it'll send them an email and a text message and what you have set up, and it'll then make it, yeah, so then they can register and they can go through like the kind of whole experience.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for that.
What you could also do is if you're doing a demo, and you know you're doing a demo, print out like a QR code for this page. There's
yeah, that would be,
instead of trying to send them to the link or whatever, like even if you're in Google Chrome, you can easily do one. You can click on create QR code for this page, and then you can just download this, and when somebody scans it, it'll take them directly to this page where they can register. When you're doing a demo, or you're going to do a demo to talk to somebody, it's a good idea. Lots of times I'll just print it out on a big white sheet, and so it's like no messing around trying to get get the view right or whatever. It's just here's the QR code, scan to for demo, and then they can scan it, they'll register, put their information in, they'll receive an email and a text message, and then it'll take them to the promotions page, which already has a bunch of loaded up promotions on it, and you can show them what the coupons and everything look like. and kind of give them that experience. Sometimes when I'm doing a demo and I know I'm going to go talk to a specific customer, I'll change some of our promotions on our demo page to look like some of their offers,
Right.
just so they can kind of get a better experience, right? So you know you're going to go talk to um, a kebab place or Mexican place, I would go and create some offers for items that they already have and show them what that looks like. That way they're more connected to it as well. Oh, okay. So there's an offer for, 2-for-1 appetizers with our logo, with, picture of our food that we grabbed from their website and whatever else, right? You can whip up a couple of those things in Canva pretty quick.
Yeah, because I think that's what you were saying the other day. You said if you put it out there before they leave, because a lot of times you just leave it up to them and they'll just walk out and may never do it. But if it's in their face, they'll, typically do it right away.
Yeah, so that's what we're talking about for reviews. If you're out there and you're asking for reviews and you want customers to get reviews, using our review system with the NFC cards, where you're like, hey, register, QR code. I mean, you could do the exact same thing for signing up for this as well. If you want them to be more, hey, are you guys part of our VIP program? No, we're not. Tap my card here and then or scan this QR code and it'll sign you up as you can sign up as a VIP, right? And then that'll be that's a great way to get customers signed up too. You just think like you can leave it passively, but I mean, it's funny when you ask somebody to do something, lots of times people will do it. You're not going to get a lot of people who are like, no, especially if they're like eating in the restaurant or they're in the business already. Hey, have you done this? Yes. No, I haven't. Well, do you want to sign up for it? No, I don't. Why not? I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. All right, here, just tap this card. And sign up. So, or you can leave us a review or whatever it is. So, I try to tell my there's a great book. It's called I think it's called it's called Influence: The Psychology of Persuasion. um it's a great book. If you haven't read it, I suggest reading it. I've got a copy around here somewhere, but it's they've got just a way. It goes through a bunch of different not modes, but behaviors, I guess, that just people naturally have. So if you put in the word because, if you have a reason if you have something you want somebody to do and you're like, you ask them for something, but there you go, Judy's got it. Influence, the psychology of persuasion. It's great. It's like, so if you just put in because um after a question or ask after a request that you guys have, people are like 95% more likely to let you do it. So like they did a study in a university where a bunch of people were lined up for the copier, and they they had people go in and just try to butt in line, and if they didn't kind of give a reason why, a lot of people were like, no. Hey, can I get in front of you? And people are like, no, get to the back. But if somebody went in and said, hey, can I get in front of you? And they just added in the words, like, even if they just said, because I need to make a copy, that's why they're all there. 95% of the time, they would just be let in. Oh, hey, can I get in front of you? Because I really need to make a copy. And they'd be like, yeah, go ahead. But that's what they're all standing in line for. So it's interesting if you can add because at the end of whatever hey, can you leave us a review? Because it would give us, it'd really help us out, online. People will be like, yeah, sure, I can help you out with that kind of thing. But I was trying to teach my kids more of that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah.
If you ask for something and you say because, if you give them a reason why you want it, people are way more likely to be like, yeah, okay, that sounds like I can help you out with that. There's
Give me
also
that name of the book again, please. The name of the book.
it's called Influence, and it's called The Psychology of Persuasion. They've got other stuff in there like the law of reciprocity. Give somebody something and then somebody will give you something back. And they're talking about how and I've never seen them in the airport, but there's people in the airport, in some airports somewhere, where they'll give you something, right? Like, oh, hey, I made you a bracelet or whatever else, right? And then they ask for a donation, and it's the law of reciprocity where we feel, well, you gave me a gift, I need to give you a gift back. And that's how they get more donations. They give you like a 5-cent bracelet and they want $20, for a donation or whatever. Things like that. And yeah, it's a good book. It's really interesting to read. I'd suggest it. I liked it. I can't remember all the things in there, but there was a bunch that were really good.
Okay, great. Thank you for that.
Yeah. So there's that. Yeah, I've got going to be reviewing a book here in the next couple weeks. Actually, I just got a copy of it today from one of our friends in High Level who owns it's like white label scripts, and they put together a high level book on starting your own high level agency. They're out of Australia, and he sent me a copy of it yesterday. So excited to review that, and I'll let you guys know about that in the next couple weeks here once I have a chance to read the first half and see how things go. But that should be awesome too. What else? I've got there's tons of books. I always like this one. I always keep this one around here. This How to Talk to Anyone, 92 Little Tricks for Big Success in Relationships. That's a good one. Just how to, get out of your own way and go talk to people and little things that you can do. So I keep that one around as well. It's been a while since I read it, but yeah, awesome. Yeah. So, as we're chatting here, does anybody else have any thoughts or ideas? Maybe even a book that you guys like that you've read that you want to share with the group too? And since we're not really talking about too much tech stuff today, all good about going and talking about sales. I will say one thing though, if you guys haven't got access to Agency Launch Lab, the Agency Launch Lab material, I'm going to put the link directly in chat there, and then that's going to be where you can register for it, and then you should be able to get to the actual training, doing training.GHL Power Tools right there. So I might have to make a landing page that's like intermediate in between these things here so that you can register or just already go in when you're already a member. I think that's what I'll do to make it a little bit easier. But you guys can do that. Yeah. So if you guys have any other books, ideas, marketing tips, ideas, sales stuff that you've been experiencing, let's chat about it for the next few minutes. Otherwise, Ego is the Enemy. That's a good one. Let's see. Oh, that's influence. Judy put an influence into the thing. Let's check out Ego is the Enemy. I think Ryan Holiday. Ryan Holiday is awesome. I liked a lot of his books. Ego.
My husband and I, we listened to the audiobook on our way from one state to the next. So it kind of helped the time go by, and it was really interesting. I really liked it a lot.
I love audiobooks as I'm driving.
Not so much for me. I was a passenger. Sometimes it makes me sleepy because, like, depending on who's reading, but it kept me awake, and we were in a place that we were unfamiliar, so I definitely wanted to stay awake too. But so during that time, it really just kind of helped me to stay focused, and we just learned something new. It was great. It was really good.
Yeah, Ryan Holiday, I really like him as an author. I've got The Obstacle is the Way as well. That's a good one, which is essentially if there's something that you want to do, but you feel like you're overwhelmed and kind of stuck and whatever else, like keep pushing forward. That's the way that you need to go, right? The stuff that you're avoiding and the stuff that you're not doing, that's the way you need to go, because that's the way that you're going to make progress, and that's where you're going to grow versus putting things off and delaying it and procrastinating about it. Just go and do it, right? The obstacle is the way. So once you go and just tackle the obstacle, then things get so much better. So there's that. And then I think I have he wrote another book about stoicism too. which I had a copy of. It's like the Daily Stoic or something like that, which is a ton of quotes from like it was a bunch of quotes that he had from Marcus Aurelius and like those the Roman emperors kind of thing. Anyway, then it was just kind of like he sent. I like what he did with it. Was he took it and then he took all those little the little quotes and pieces of advice that those guys gave, and then he kind of gave his own modern interpretation of it, which was really interesting as well. Uh, what's the Titans book? It's I'll say one more too. It's not Tools of Titans. Tim Ferriss. He's really interesting too because he's always about he's all about personal development and everything. And Tools of Titans is interesting because Tim Ferriss has a podcast that he does religiously, and he's taken like 100 of his different podcasts from different like experts in all their fields and distilled it down to little interviews inside this book, which is and then they kind of give you their advice and say, hey, if you're trying to do this, then this is the way to go. So that's a good book too. I really like that one. All different little things. Oh, okay. Well, let's call it quits for today. I think that's a a good thing. I like influence. That's a really good one. What's the other one? It's not by some Irish guy. It's oh, I can't remember what it is. I listen to it on audiobook anyways, as well as walking. It's a good one. So ego is the enemy, influence, and a couple other ones there too. So you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday. We'll see you guys on Thursday. If you guys have any questions and stuff by then, I'm gonna try. One of the things we're trying to do is I have our developers working on kind of a version 2 of our whole system, which will add a little bit more security, a little more flexibility in there as well. And then we're going to try and make things even quicker to set up. So doing some stuff like we did with our NFC tap cards where we're taking stuff off of high level just because then there's no setup on your end. It's just basically install our stuff, install the platform, and then you can have these funnels that are already pre-built and loaded up and already for you. So we're working on that. And then I want to make some stuff that are as easily installable on tablets and everything as well. So that's kind of where we're headed in the next couple months, and excited to show you guys more as we get there.
How long do you think it'll take for the easily installable stuff?
We haven't really started testing it too much right now. It's just essentially like, so we have our promotions page, right? Right now, in order to use the registration and promotions and everything like that is you have to go in. The most one of the time consuming pieces of setting anything up in high level is setting up the domains and everything for each one of the funnels. So what I would like to do is just have like kind of a gray label domain. Same thing we have for that review tap card, which is 5star.reviews. I want to do something similar for the promotions page. I haven't decided exactly what we want to call it yet, but it'll just be some domain that's not tied to really anyone. And then you can put client name dot domain. And then we'll probably follow it up with like their contact ID and whatever. So what it'll do is as soon as you install the promotions, you add a sub account to the promotions tab, there will be a promotions page that's ready to go. So it'll be the same as this, but you won't have to add a domain. You won't have to add,
Are you trying to share your screen right now, Jason?
Yeah. It'll be the same. It'll be very similar to this. So you won't have to add a domain. You won't have to do other things. You can just start creating promotions and getting them loaded in there. And then if you wanted to have more control and do more things on your own, you can then go and set up the the funnels and everything. But my experience is the faster that we can get things rolling, if we can do client name dot whatever, that'll generally be pretty good, and it'll get people set up pretty quickly. And then maybe we'll throw in some stuff so that you can customize the background, the colors, things like that, to add in some CSS of your own. But just to get you up and running quickly, right? I mean, that's the name of the game. If we can shave 20 minutes off of setting up the sub account, you're going to be able to get up and running faster.
Right on.
Eliminate some of the, not that there's a lot of confusion with it, but eliminate a few of the steps, and and then just makes things easier.
For sure. Right on, Jason. Thank you.
All right. Okay, you guys enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, and we'll talk to you guys soon.